Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my new Super Mario Bros. Wii playthrough. Last time we did a few of the levels and, well, Toad had a skill issue, as usual, and is now trapped inside a level. But I'm just going to leave him there, to be honest, because I'd rather just continue with the main game. This episode I'm hoping I'll complete, or maybe complete the majority of World 1. But first of all, we have a Toad house here. These ones just give you a free star, which is incredibly handy. I found this rare item for you. Did I do good? I hope it helps. That you did. But again, when you visit them, you can't go back. Yes, we already know about using our items. So when you get to halfway through the world, you get your first castle, or you get a castle, which has one of the Koopalings, and I believe this is Lemmy. I get them... No, this is Larry. I get them all mixed up quite often. So I will be switching my power up here, because the propeller would be nice, but I kind of need something to get rid of enemies, and the propeller sadly cannot get rid of the dry bones, because the only way to get rid of them is to freeze them and then throw them at a wall or ground pound on them. And yes, you can do a little shake attack there. You can only shoot 2 projectiles at once, so until they go off screen you can't shoot another one. So castle levels are slightly harder than the rest of the levels. They're meant to be more challenging and usually require you to do a little bit of platforming. Yes, I know, platforming in a Mario game, what a shocker. There's a star coin somewhere, oh, it's at the top right side there. Yeah, you can wall jump in this game as well. To do that you just jump at a wall, and then as you're sliding down you just press the 2 button. You've also got to watch out for this one because it's very easy to get crushed. I've realised when this playthrough is going to be going out, by the way, so if I can get a 1-up in here. I'm not the best at these, so it looks like it's after the start. Yeah, mistimed it slightly. This playthrough will be going up in... So this episode will be on March the 18th, I believe. As long as I'm able to stick to my schedule. And I've hopefully gotten a bunch of this game recorded by then. Oh, let me not miss that. The other issue with this game... I mentioned in the last episode that this game does have a fair amount of issues. Mostly in multiplayer, though. You can unintentionally troll... Is that dry bones coming down there? You can unintentionally troll your fellow gamers and your friends or family, whoever you play this game with, because you can jump on each other's heads. You can also pick each other up and then just throw each other off the end of the level, which is a bit mean. I forgot to mention how these rings work. You need to get 8 red coins. If you get them in time, you get a power-up, or a 1-up if you've already got a power-up. The other thing as well, you'll notice that sometimes I do a little twirl when I jump. This is to increase my jumping animation. I will be switching for a fire flower here because you cannot freeze the bosses, but you can damage them with fire flowers. Larry is fairly easy at least because he shoots a projectile and then he jumps at you. When he takes a hit, he goes into shell mode, and then you've just got to dodge him. If you're fairly good at this game, you can time it, so as soon as he gets up, you can just hit him straight again. I'm just going to play it safe, because... There we go. Because he took a few hits earlier. It's a lot easier when you've got a power-up. But that's not the end of the world yet, because he will leave and go to another castle. That purpley blue one is the end of world castle. Also, if you're wondering what the cannon does, because I don't think I mentioned what it does, if I go in the cannon, it will take me straight to World 5. Do I want to save? Yeah, I can just redo the level if need be. So progress is saved, and we'll go to 1-4. If my recording doesn't work, then I'll just redo the level. What we got here? Ice flower over a 5. I need the ice flower actually, because there's a star coin I need the ice flower for, otherwise I can't get it. So this is the first underwater level. You just mash the 2 buttons to swim. Some enemies will be able to unfreeze themselves. If you freeze an enemy in the water though, they will just float straight up. And you can use them as a platform as well. They're very generous with power-ups on this level. Another thing as well, because this is an older game, if you lose a level, so you die, you lose a life obviously, but you go back to not having any power-up. So if I would die, I wouldn't start as having a mushroom. I would go back to having no power-up. It's a very angry looking fish. I mean, I could just grab that. So if I go off camera, it'll just despawn. Yeah, I know I'm not as fast as some people are who play this game, but I like to take it slow and steady. Slow and steady does win the race in the long run. I would say I am fairly confident when it comes to playing this game though. I've played this many times. Like I said, this was one of my... I consider this one of the best Wii games of all time. Due to it being revolutionary when it came out. Let's just not take any chances there. Yeah, and you may be thinking, oh, I've missed a star coin, surely, I'm halfway through the level. But I remember all 3 of the star coins being fairly close to each other. Just gotta be a little bit careful here. For this one, you want to freeze the cheap, and there you go. And you can see that that was just the first star coin. These guys have power-ups in sometimes, but if you don't get out in time, they will close and you'll get stuck inside. Trying to cause this thing to move out the way. Another power-up. I'm gonna leave that one there just in case. This one's a little bit tricky, you've got to time it well. Okay, and then you've basically got to stand on it and ride it up, otherwise you won't be able to get this coin. Actually, I think there's a second way in which you can get this, but it's a little bit trickier. I believe if you have 2-player, you can jump on each other's heads, and then you can just make your way up to the top of the level, and then it lets you go down there. Can't really do that on single player though. Okay, this one's probably the hardest of the star coins in this level because you've got to time it pretty much perfectly, just like that. Because if it's too far to the side, it won't land on the pipe, and then it will go down, and then you've got to carefully squeeze right in. This green pipe here, you can go down. And I'm going to switch my power up because I believe there is a fire flower in there. Yes. Right, these purple fish are... excuse me. These purple fish are pretty annoying because they will follow you, so just be careful. They do... And when I mean they follow you, they don't stop following you. It's kind of like that mean person that you find at school or college who just won't leave you alone even though you've asked them to numerous times. Okay, I'm happy with 2 lives from that, because usually I don't get any. And then these 2 more of these purple fish guarding the exit. Well, there's my first hit of the playthrough. Like I said, those purple fish do not stop. He's still going. That sound means that you have less than 100 seconds left to finish the level. Right, you gotta be a bit tricky here. Okay, well, I didn't die at least, and I can get another power up in the next level. On my practice file, I went all the way to World 2-2 before I took my first hit. My first death was in 2-4, but it's to be expected to take hits in this game. Here we have a Goomba who blocks our path, and this is where we have another little mini game. We've got to get all the Toad bubbles here. They were too far spread apart. If you manage to jump on all of them, you can get a 1-up. For rescuing Toad, you get rid of the enemy, and you also get free mushrooms, which mushrooms are a good power-up, I can't lie. A lot of people say it's one of the worst power-ups. I disagree. It gives you an extra hit, and I'm sure no one would complain at being able to take an extra hit. Right, let's see if I can get lucky on this again. Probably not. I don't even remember where they were on my practice file. Okay. Helicopter. Nice, I'm not going away empty-handed. I'm just completely going random again. Uh-oh. Let's avoid that side. Getting quite a lot of power-ups with no matches, sadly. Ah, there we go. Nice, I got 3 power-ups again. That's pretty cool. I'm going to take a risk and go this side. Well, it's not a risk, it's random at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 2 juniors, that's the end of the game for me. Oh. Yeah, so they're all on the right side again. Oh, well. I mean, 3 power-ups is still really good. Right, so here the path splits. You can either go to 1-5 or you can go to 1-6. We're going to go to 1-5 first because it's in order. And I quite like these mushroom levels because it usually means you get the helicopter. But I do have a lot of memories with this game. In fact, I had a birthday party when I was, I think, 11, or turning 11, where we just rented out a church, and we just got to play this game with some friends, although my cousin also joined said party, and let's just say he wasn't the nicest when you played this game with him. He would quite often deliberately cause you to lose levels, because my cousin's the type of person who thought it was funny to not work together, but what can you say? You was just a kid at the end of the day. Forgot to mention, by the way, there's hidden vines in this game, or beanstalks, that can lead to little bonus areas like that. Quite often they have a star coin or a power-up, so I would highly recommend going to them. This one can be a little bit tricky. You could throw a Koopa shell off as well. Yeah, and the reason why I'm being... If I haven't mentioned this, the reason why I'm being slower is because I'm trying to build as many lives up as I can, because... To put it lightly, I'm absolutely awful at World 7. Last time I did World 7, I died so many times. It's kind of hard to tell whether this game is easier or harder on your own. I'd probably say it's harder playing alone. And I like how the Koopas will always dance along to the music. Let's not throw that at myself. Oop, let's not fall off the level. That should be another... No, not a power-up. Oh, is that where the last star coin is? I know there's a star coin that's fairly high up. I'm not very good at jumping on this because I always panic. Okay, there we go. This is one of the easiest red coin rings ever. You just don't move. And then just get off it at the end so you can get your 1-up or power-up. Okay, I think the last star coin, yeah, it's up there. If you don't have a propeller helm or propeller mushroom, you're gonna need to jump off of the paratroopers. And there we have it. Nice easy level. Like I said, I'm quite a big fan of these mushroom levels, and there's one in every single world up till World 4, I believe. My favourite one's definitely the World 3 one. Right, we could go to the castle, but we're not doing that because there's another level here, and this will probably be the last level I do this episode because I need to go have some lunch because I'm hungry. I'm basically trying to record as much of this as I can. I'll probably record up to World 3 today. I think it would be wise to switch to that. This level has a lot of coins in. And the reason why I like Mario games so much as well, I love these games. You'd think most people when they hit secondary school age, so about 13, 14, they usually just stop playing these games because they're too childish. But no, I love Mario games. It was always my go-to game when I had a rough day at school because they're just good, wholesome fun at the end of the day. I want the star ideally, so it's after the propeller. Oh, I guess I'm getting a propeller. It just takes practice to time these. I mean, I'll go back to a propeller. I thought the fire flower would be more useful in this level, but it's not really. Okay, you can see under the flag there's a little gap there. And there's a hidden pipe. You gotta look out for stuff like that. Whoa. Didn't know how frequently the Goombas were spawning. Okay, you guys are just trying to spawn camp me, are you? Oh, there's a P-switch. Oops. I thought that was a 1-up for some reason. No, I bottled it near the end. That's definitely a 1-up in there. I don't know if I can grab that though. Maybe if I get a Koopa shell. Ah, here we go. Right. Goombas respawn? No. Oh, pfft. Okay. I guess that works. I don't think that's the method you're supposed to use. There we have it. The nice thing about this game is you can do a quick save as well, but if you do get a game over, you cannot just go back to a quick save. You go back to your last save point, so it's always important to save in these games. They were a lot more stricter on game overs back then. However, that is going to be it for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching, and next time we'll go take down the purpley blue castle. I'm going to say that that's purple, but it's supposed to be blue, I believe. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and see you next time.